The Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, also known as the CDC, admits that mask mandates, lockdowns, and even school closures may have been detrimental to our health. Oh, they're telling us this now, right? Maybe they should have listened to Dr. Fauci when he said that the masks were not effective. Oh wait, he changed his mind about that too. Are you as confused as I am about this one? Disgraced FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried has now agreed to be extradited to the United States. You gotta wonder why he's doing this now, huh? Also, even more evidence is being released from the Twitter files as it's surfaced that the FBI may have been intimidating former Twitter executives to find more evidence of foreign influence, although there really wasn't that much to begin with. Even they question why the Bureau was this persistent about the issue. Really makes you wonder what's really going on around us, and if we're only being fed information that we're allowed to see. Now, before I continue, please take a second, drop a like for the video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're in need of your daily dose of the truth. Also, if you own a home, make sure your home is protected. Get your free home warranty quote. It takes about 20 seconds. The link is in the description down below. That's right, you guys, get your free home warranty quote. The link is down below. Sam Bankman-Fried has now agreed to be brought back to the United States after a brief stint in a Bahamian jail. Now, according to the United States State Department, the prison that SBF or Sam Bankman-Fried was in, Nassau's Fox Hill Prison, showed that the facility was overcrowded and that prisoners had poor nutrition and had inadequate sanitation and medical care. Some actually predicted that he would be praying for extradition since the situation there was so bad. Well, I guess they called it. Bankman-Fried is expected to request for bail once he's in U.S. custody. If he's denied bail again, he's heading to a federal detention center in Brooklyn, New York, although conditions there are also considered inhumane. Bankman-Fried, besides defrauding customers of FTX, is also facing charges of violating campaign finance laws by donating to political figures without disclosing his identity. Now, since we're already talking about things not being disclosed, we're a few years late to hearing this from the CDC, but they're telling us that mandates that were placed on us, like the wearing of masks, schools being closed, and even lockdowns, are being blamed as the fuel behind the Strep A outbreak that's hitting the country right now. A doctor at West Virginia University Medicine, Dr. Catherine Moffat, even said this, quote, "We disrupted our virus transmission. We did not have the normal circulation where you would expect RSV and pneumonia in young children. A lot of what we did with social distancing and masks caused this." End quote. Are you serious, guys? Now, it's very surprising to see that doctors are actually confirming this now. But what I do remember very vividly that even Dr. Anthony Fauci admitted in emails that masks were not effective in preventing a virus infection. He then proceeded to change his mind, and we got years and years of mask mandates in the country. I guess it pays to improve our immune system normally. Now, the question of whether Elon Musk changes his mind about his poll to relieve himself of CEO duties from Twitter is still being asked, especially as he really hasn't even announced that he will be stepping down, even though the poll showed that a majority of users want him gone. Some have even questioned the legitimacy of the poll, with some people saying the critics of Elon Musk and his methods have thousands of bots to vote against him and suggest that another vote be done, while another said that only blue subscribers, or those who pay for Twitter, or mostly those who support Elon Musk's changes to the platform, be allowed to vote since they actually have skin in the game. Elon Musk agreed and said that the platform will make that change. Now, since we're on Twitter already, new evidence is coming out every single day, and this time it's about the FBI and their pressure on Twitter executives to suppress the Hunter Biden laptop story. The Twitter Files Part 7 discusses this, along with requests from FBI agents Elvis Chan to then Twitter executives to show just how much propaganda was being observed from foreign countries. The FBI, through emails, was saying that Twitter wasn't catching enough of these propaganda, which is what they called the Hunter Biden laptop issue. Twitter just kept pushing back, saying that no, we're not finding any evidence of foreign influence. Yoel Roth, the former head of safety of Twitter, was perplexed about these requests and has also resisted providing information outside of the normal search warrant process. It really makes you question what you hear or what you see on social media. It seems like everything is under the control of people who hold weight in the government. Do you guys think that this is a clear picture of corruption in our government? That special interests are being met for particularly powerful people? Trump was also being investigated at the time by the FBI, who they also tried to link to specific tweets that were supposedly foreign interference. While no direct connection was made, the former president is under a lot of heat as the January 6th committee has requested the Department Department of Justice to charge him for 4 potential felonies, namely conspiracy to defraud the United States, obstruction of an official proceeding of Congress, conspiracy to make a false statement, and aiding and inciting an insurrection against the country. On his Truth Social account, Trump said this, quote, "These folks don't get it, that when they come after me, people who love freedom rally around me. It strengthens me. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Americans know that I pushed for 20,000 troops to prevent violence on January 6th, and that I went on television and I told everyone to go home. The people understand that the Democratic Bureau of Investigation, the DBI, are out to keep me from running for president because they know I'll win, and that this whole business of prosecuting me is just like impeachment was, a partisan attempt to sideline me and the Republican Party. The fake charges made by the highly partisan Unselect Committee of January 6th have already been submitted, prosecuted, and tried in the form of impeachment. Hoax number 2. I won convincingly. Double jeopardy, anyone?" End quote. Former President Donald Trump is getting support from someone very familiar. Former Vice President Mike Pence has come to his defense in a recent interview.
I must say, from very early on, I've been disappointed in the partisan nature of the Select Committee on Capitol Hill. I mean, to have a committee that was literally appointed in its entirety by the Democrat Speaker of the House really violates the history and tradition of the Congress of the United States. This Select Committee from the very beginning has represented a kind of a partisan taint that I think it's one of the reasons why so few Americans are paying much attention to what will happen today or to the results or recommendations of this committee.
Pence also says that doing this may bring forth even more harm to the American people by saying, quote, "I hope the Justice Department understands the magnitude of the very idea of indicting a former president of the United States. I think that would be terribly divisive in a country that, at a time when American people want to see us heal. At this time of year, we're all thinking about the most important things in our lives, our faith, and our family. And my hope is the Justice Department will think very carefully." End quote. Now, I agree to some extent that Americans are divided, although it's mostly those that can't afford the cost of living to those who can. Kind of like the haves versus the have-nots. Those who can't afford it, they're forced to rely on SNAP and EBT benefits, Social Security, SSI, SSDI as their primary income sources, sometimes both. There are those who are at the brink of bankruptcy while others have been included in the mass layoffs. Now, the other side of those are those who develop new opportunities for themselves, generally entrepreneurs, those who are willing to hustle and grind, who know how to manage their credit cards, people who have the skills and know-how and the confidence to budget their wages, people who know how to invest. It could be in real estate or the stock market. They also have a very clear financial education that drives them away from these financial troubles. To be honest, I want us all to be a part of the second group here. Now, if you're one of the people who yearns for financial freedom and financial independence, feel free to get in contact with me. You can join the Patreon family. There is a link in the description down below this video. Life is full of opportunities, you guys, but it's up to us to grab it. I hope to hear from you guys soon, but before I go, please don't forget to drop a like and also subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys watching. I wish you all great health and better days to come. I will see you on the next one.